All right, everyone, this is Katie, and she has finished our 3-month program. She's now working with us on our continuation program, and she's just transformed literally mentally and physically. And I'm honestly so impressed with your results, Katie. So talk to me about where you were before you started this program.
Yes. And I just have to preface all of this with saying I am a certified personal trainer, a certified yoga instructor, a certified mindfulness coach, all of these things. And I have gotten so much out of working with you. And I've worked with countless other coaches and trainers. And the thing that has truly set you apart for me is the impact that you've had on my mind state and my relationship with food. I mean, we have seen a tremendous change physically, but for me, the thing that is so valuable and almost intangible is the psychological shift that has happened since the start of our work together. And for that, I am going to be grateful to you for the rest of my life.
I didn't think I was going to cry, but I'm literally about to tear up.
Well, I mean, it's true. I mean, these are like, I'm talking about like, self-compassion and like things I've said to myself and the way I've treated myself for such a long time that's been so unkind and so unfair. And you've just helped me over that threshold in such a way that like, okay, the demons are still there and they pop up every now and then, but I just have this grace, and you always use that word, which I love. I have this grace that I'm able to give myself that I didn't have before.
Yeah. Oh, that's so huge. And I love it that you mentioned you yourself. You have a lot of certifications. So you have the knowledge, but it was connecting that self-compassion with you yourself. It's hard to do it ourselves and actually work with our body instead of working against it and self-sabotage.
Totally. And to some extent, all those certifications worked against me in a lot of ways because I felt like I should be able to do this on my own. I should be here instead of there. I should be further along. And so starting working with you was really the first step in like letting myself off that hook. Yeah. But it has just shown up for me in a way that I never could have expected.
Oh, that's huge. Talk to me about your mental and physical results a little bit more.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I started this program out and I was in what I would consider, pretty rough physical shape. I had sort of just gotten to the point where I had been doing so much for so long and not seeing results that I was just sort of discouraged. I kept trying things and switching gears really fast because I wasn't getting rapid results. And it was I think it was probably one of these things or one of your videos on Instagram that actually drew me in. And it was about our relationship with food. And that was the hook for me, was reframing my approach. Like I didn't go into this thinking, okay, this is a 28-day, booty boot camp, or like, I'm going to totally transform my body in 6 weeks.
Yeah.
The mission was totally different. It was like, we are changing the game in how we think about success physically, success around food, eliminating all of the diet culture stuff that I've carried for so long, and just getting to a place where I could identify like real long-term life goals that I have for wellness and being able to start working towards them in a real concrete and systematic way.
Wow, that was so well said.
Thanks.
That was so good. Oh my gosh. And you've really seen now how you can do something sustainably. Like there's never an end date. You're constantly going to be like, okay, I love my body now, but I'm going to be working towards these new exciting goals that I have. And that's what makes it so much more fun instead of like shaming ourselves for not being where we think we should be or being like, the scale is dictating my worth. You're like, no, I see so many mental and physical results, and I just want to keep this up in the middle of the life that comes into play.
Yes. And, that's such an important point, Ashley, and one that you've really helped me reshape for myself, because a part of that diet culture for me was like on or off. And I was constantly telling myself, okay, well, I'll start again when. And to be clear, full disclosure for everyone who might be seeing this, during our time together, I have taken far too many vacations. And I also busted my ankle and sustained an injury. And each one of those things individually would have totally taken me off course in the past. And I would have gone to a place where it was like, okay, I undid everything that I've already done. I might as well just give up, and totally self-sabotaged. And you coached me through each of those transitions to really get to a place where it was like, we're not turning this switch on and off. The dial is always set to on, but what that means is these goals don't go away, and you can continue to live your life the way you want to, with those goals continuing to advance. And and it shows. Like, I can't believe that I have had an ankle injury in the midst of all of this, and I'm still where I am physically. And it's just a testament to you and your program.
I love it that you mentioned that, because every single person has, I like to call it life, like there's going to be stress, there's going to be kids, there's going to be traveling, there's going to be work, and we can't hibernate while trying to get to our goals. We actually have to learn, how can I go through life and enjoy life in the middle of, getting to my goals. Like, you went on vacation twice, and a lot of people are like, well, I'm not going to do that and that and that and all of these things until I actually hit my goals. And you don't actually learn anything. And then you'll get into, your vacation, and you'll just have no idea how to control yourself. So I love it when my clients actually go on vacation and have the life come into play, because it literally happens with every single person, and teaching them how to do that in the middle of all the life circumstances that come in.
Totally. And I enjoyed these vacations more than any vacation, because I didn't have that nagging guilt, that when we sort of feel like, okay, I'll be happy when I lose those 5 pounds. I'll be happy when I have a flat stomach. We then make it impossible for ourselves to be happy when we're enjoying other things and not consciously, being restrictive or working out really hard. And, I think it's eliminating that stress that has actually helped me get further than I ever have before.
Yeah. You've remained so consistent too, which is so exciting.
Well, it's because I have a really good coach.
What would you say to someone who is sitting on the fence as to whether or not to do this?
I would say, think about this as the best investment you can make in yourself if you are truly ready to give up the yo-yo dieting, the gimmicky, get fit quick programs, and are trying to finally find a way to support yourself and sustain yourself towards the goals that you've sort of always had, physically, mentally, psychologically. So I know that's a long-winded way of saying this, but if you're on the fence, just have a call with Ashley and hear the things that she's saying to you, because this is very different than anything that's out there in terms of wellness, in terms of fitness. And I could not recommend it enough.
Well, we love you, Katie. You've been doing amazing work, and it's just been such a pleasure to work with you and to keep working with you. I'm so excited about that. So
I know this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship, Ashley.
It really is. I have these inspiration chills. Have I ever told you that?
No, I love that. That's such a good word for them.
Is there anything else that you feel like I haven't touched on before we end the call?
I just want to say the way you structure the logistics of it really worked for me too. You know, I
Mhm.
know that everybody has sort of different preferences with this, but the apps that you are using don't feel clunky and burdensome. You know, like a lot of
That's
times
good.
the tech that goes along with the program can be
Hmm.
a little bit clunky and like, you know, I'm not downloading PDFs and trying to like view them on my phone. It just
Yeah.
makes things feel really doable.
Yeah. Good. I love hearing that it's not overwhelming
No,
and
it's
that's just
great.
simple. Good. All right. Well, thank you so much, Katie.
My pleasure. Hope you have a great day. Thanks so much.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.